But it is Dyrachyo.
I mean, I could just honestly see him going for like a Chaos Knight is banned. There's so many heroes banned for Dyrachyo, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Wind Ranger.
Okay, that's really good against the Ursa.
Yep.
It'll do fine against Tide. I mean, Tide can get poked in lane, and he's fine with it, so it's not great for laning.
The fall laners get banned, as what happened here for Amar down the stretch.
Yeah, and it's something that we have been talking about for Falcons is fixing some of Amar's pool. When Amar is really comfortable and they're just kind of like jamming whatever he is doing best with at the time, then Falcons seem to dominate. Dyrachyo slowed down by the blood grenade and the tree toss. Now the Shukuchi, he is dead. That's going to be first blood going over to Crit. The small bit of harassment that we had back and forth between the Wind Ranger and the Chen goes against GAIMIN Gladiators, and they lose their early first blood. This looks really rough, this new refraction against Avalanche. Avalanche just does not clear through the refraction at all. He threw an Avalanche and a toss, and the toss got blocked. The toss damage got blocked by the last refraction charge. So this, I mean, lane, we knew that was going to be rough, but I did not know that this interaction was that bad for the Tiny. Now, Ace going to be body blocked up. Really good Falcons rotation from Crit. The body blocking on point from Snake.
I was just about to say that I think the best move Falcons can make is this. I'll push him up a little bit. Still has that haste rune in the bottle, so Quinn very strong on the map right now as another smoke from Falcons. Really trying to use this Tiny in the early game and going straight back to top, but nobody is there.
Yeah,
Ace. To push into the triangle or on this wave going in. I mean, the wave going in up here is really nice for Falcons.
Yeah, the lane ward to spot Ace as he pushes forward. Tofu behind him cannot save him from the crash landing damage that comes down from Malrine. Man, it's so much. Quinn's going to come in with his haste rune. Snaking's already taken so much damage that he had a ton of wisps around him. But this haste rune, it's going to be deadly. Oh my god, did Malrine just throw Skeeter in like that? He gets the kill on Tofu, but it's a sacrificial lamb surely. As look at the body blocks from Snaking, man. This guy is on point. Charge used.
Another power rune though. And again, you're rebuking this mid push from GAIMIN that they would love to fight around this TA in the traps.
Celery is still going to give it to him.
That's a big kill.
Now they will get the return kill. Looks like a Shukuchi's coming up, but Ace is there on the other side.
You take that if you're Crit. Slow down this Chen, make him come back out onto the map. Force some extra rotation out of game.
In mind, currently they're chipping away at this mid tower. Probably will be able to trade. Oh, actually, Ace is going to come in and try and defend it. They're trying real hard about this. He pops out. Whoa, almost one-shotting Snaking. He dies pretty damn quickly from a meld hit.
Oh, but he got the last hit with the little range creep. The game instant wave shove mechanic is good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a little bit of an overtune. Ace?
I think it's fine.
Big trouble underneath the tier 2. Are they going to go for one more toss? They might as well. They've got the bug for the vision, and he gets flattened by the watermelon himself. Goomba stomped by Amar, and they'll just run over Tofu as well. GAIMIN Gladiators.
No toss back.
No response whatsoever here.
I mean, the vessel charges are just refilling for
trying to catch Falcons, but Falcons already here at the Roshan with an Ursa and an Enchantress. There's no way they wanted to give up this Roche, but they just might have to.
There's no way you can blind blink this as Quinn when there's Ravage.
Oh, you're really going to desperate try and portal in. Skeeter's going to try and finish it off. Ace will get the Firestorm off, but immediately be jumped and likely killed. Now, he's dead, does some decent AoE damage, but GAIMIN Gladiators, they just can't take advantage of the situation.
I feel like that was just some macro misplay from GAIMIN. I don't think that should have been as easy as it was for Falcons, especially with the Chen army you had up. This was a double troll summoner that didn't get lanes in. Now you're getting chased down.
Nice avalanche steal. Good use of the TA trap to slow down Amar. He's probably the biggest threat right now. Don't want to let this guy get a big ravage, but Celery's still going to die underneath the tier 2. Again, these tosses, crash landing, doing so much. Skeeter gets a bit low. Another, oh, Tofu, good avalanche into Shukuchi steal, and he gets himself denied on this ancient stack, which Skeeter will promptly farm up.
You're A-toasting people and setting that up. There's the value. But you're not going to get any of that in this position. Now you're going to have to take a defensive fight.
Mar ends up walking into him. Skeeter's going to follow that up. And the toss will finish him off. Ravage hits onto 3-2. That is very nice. GAIMIN Gladiators going to try and retreat back to their tier 2. Only losing the Chen for Ravage isn't so bad, though.
Yeah, I actually thought that was going to be worse for them.
Same.
Able to kind of walk it off here. Got a lot of spells out of Falcons. Ursa ult, Tide ult. Can you fight with it is the big question. Ace is just trying to catch up right now, and you're looking towards BKBs on these. Well, at least the BKB on the Wind Ranger would be big. Desolator on Quinn would be huge. He has fallen behind. Losing that Roche was a big deal. This Deso could have already been done.
And the Templar Assassin not only losing Roshan, but losing control of Ancients, losing control of the Tormentor. Everything is going very well for Falcons now. And they still have a minute and a half left on this Aegis. They'll take the Wisdom Rune at 21. So you got one BKB done on GAIMIN Gladiators, but Falcons have 2.
Oh, nice silence.
Nice shackle turnaround. And they'll get a decent Firestorm. Celery is almost already dead. Skeeter jumps in with his BKB to finish off the backline support. Duracchio's going to be up next. Windrun trying to back away from these tanky boys that Falcons are rocking, while Ace is making a run for it down the river. Won't be running for long, though. Run right into his grave. 18-4, 13,000 net worth lead now for Falcons cores before they get off BKB, or in Amar's case, like Greaves and stuff. Well, and that may not even be a discussion, because this pick off on Templar Assassin right next to the Roshan pit, right as Roshan spawns, means that Falcons, they already probably had a free Roshan in their hand. Actually, did they? I don't think they didn't even do their own. Oh yeah, they did. I remember now. It was the Weaver plus Ursa. But we're going to have another Tormentor spawning in 2 minutes on the Radiant side. Feels like very likely Falcons will be able to play for that one. Quinn gets picked off in the river. I mean, you got to take certain risks at this point. Yeah, you out on the map somewhere. Otherwise, you're just going to get starved to death.
Did get an amp damage rune for his trouble.
See if he can use that in 40 seconds when he's back up. Meanwhile, though, Falcons try and go for the kill on crit. Telekinesis back into the shackle. They do manage to get the pick off. So not a core, but they get a kill on a support, and they don't even lose anybody for it. Rod of Atos just in time. Spoke too soon, though, as the Underlord comes in and is overwhelmed by heroes. 4 heroes around him. Impetus shots. Oh, is that one? That one's going to land, and it's going to do the damage to finish him off. They keep jumping forward. Skeeter hopping on to Duracchio, forcing another wind run. As he backs away. Whoa, Malrine gets the toss into the Ravage. As the wind run was expiring, the toss by itself was going to be good enough, but Amar secures it with a Ravage at the same time. And Falcons will now just take the full lane, perhaps.
TA's back up, still has that amp damage rune. Able to threaten a little bit here, but you're just toggling the deaths. No real entry into this fight. Did not get the Ravage steal either. Still have Aegis for 2.5 minutes. And the tosses continue.
Another toss back, but it's a TA, so able to keep the refraction up. Blink backwards, doesn't get him far enough away. Falcons just able to run him down even after the blink. And diving well past tier 4s with 0 punishment, it seems. Malrine tosses Amar out of the pit that he was stuck in. And back to friendlier skies.
Another game where Tiny dominates it pretty much from the 10th. That's the second he had Blink in this game. Just felt like GAIMIN got nothing done. Oh,
nice stolen toss there from Tofu, which might lead to the pickoff on Snaking. Yeah, he's going to die into the focus fire. They don't have focus fire for the rest of these heroes, but Amar's getting a little bit low. They have to back away, though. The heal, Celery can't contend with the damage buildup from Skeeter. Does way too much. Goes into the fountain for a little bit there. Cops some damage. Now he still has the Aegis. The toss, avalanche from behind from Malrine. Does big damage from GAIMIN Gladiator. Skeeter goes back into it. Finishes off the Underlord. Now turns to Duracchio. The wind run's only going to last so long. He can't catch up to Malrine. Can't finish the job. And now he'll die. Oh, never mind. Another wind run. And he's okay for now. Power shot gets thrown out. They do manage to take away that Aegis. A silence onto crit. Oh, Yule's after the Shikuchi. An opportunity here presents itself. Any disables? Nothing. GAIMIN Gladiators Kraken shell block.
So, okay, yeah, he's outpacing you a little bit.
He's outpacing you just a little bit, but... And unfortunately, Deso has a cap, whereas this Kraken shell facet does not. So that'll also be a problem with the way these kills are racking up. And here comes what could be the final blow in this game 1. 27,000 net worth lead. Not gonna wait for a third Roshan. Frankly, do not need it. Jumping onto the Templar Assassin. That's all they need to really kill. It's the only real damage threat is Dyrachyo just cannot seem to do enough with the focus fires most of the time. Got to be careful with Fountain, I suppose. That's the other damage dealer. A buyback from the Templar Assassin will kick Falcons back, but hey, just going to call it GAIMIN GLADIATORS. This game has been done and dusted for a while now.
If you do not play that early game better, there is absolutely no way to contest that mid game, and you're just getting outscaled.
It's going to take a long time to get the auras, and it's hard to catch a Void Spirit.
It's not good versus CK either.
It's not good versus CK. It's not good versus Brute.
Yeah, it's the watermelon.
It's a hero we don't see a lot, and if any other team were to pick this...
Something's already secured for Dyrachyo. Just a matter of how much you get out of it.
Staking. Oh, is the Facet going to give him enough whiffs? It will not. First blood this time around goes to Ace. I think Void Spirits is probably one of the more interesting ones, right? He's got that extra secondary bonuses, right? Which leads to magic resistance on intelligence. Skeeter barely lives there, and now they're turning around from Falcons. Going for the kill on Ace. Crit. Feels like they should be able to run him down. Really good bushwhack, though. They're getting lots of bushwhacks from Tofu. Very value. And they don't die. In fact, Quinn is going to be able to clean up not one, but two out of this.
Ooh, what a nice rotation. Rotation soon. Either the Chen or the CK through the gate, particularly if you're getting pressured down here, which Dyrachyo's feeling it. Instead, he gets rotated on.
Yeah, Skeeter catches him. Dyrachyo is gonna die. Skeeter able to take that last hit, and then they'll run down Celery underneath the tower, no problem. So Falcons, once again, taking the pace away from GAIMIN GLADIATORS by being the first to go.
Tiny mech coming out soon for this tide. You'll get a quick little pickup here. Nice little find by Dyrachyo, creating some map pressure of his own. The target you want to run into.
Arcane Rune, always great for a Tiny. There's 14-minute Wisdom Runes also out there. Mar just faking the Ravage, just seeing if he can get... actually got a toss back into the Ravage with a Shackle holding him for half a second. It's not enough. He gets a jump away. The missile's coming in. He didn't actually dodge the missile, but it looks like he's going to be fine anyway. Toss over. The Brewling's taking a lot of damage. The Brewlings are going to get burnt out. Oh, the Brewmaster ultimate not strong enough, at least not in a 1v4 pretty much. Nobody of GAIMIN GLADIATORS really backing him up there. And they'll get extra kills, of course. Malrine jumping forward, getting his hands on whoever he can, throws him back into the team. Tofu will join Ace in death. Oh, the avalanche was just off the mark. Man, Malrine almost found a third
combo
kill
down there. He's not too happy about that.
And particularly if you're matched up against a non-strength carry, right? And Gyrocopter gets some pretty decent stats, but early on, man, this fast. He does some heavy lifting for the Enchantress sometimes. Dyrachyo will finally be able to get that kill.
Now somebody give this man some mana. Incredibly tanky with Mech Hand of God behind him.
Yeah, on that line of thought, do you think, how well do you think Tide Hunter, Quinn got tossed back? Great jump once again from Falcons, playing off the high ground ward. Malrine not dropping that initiation whatsoever. Another pick off on Quinn. So they may not be shutting down the Chaos Knight, but they're certainly doing a lot of work against this Void Spirit, though. The Gyrocopter is in trouble once again. A toss over helps out, but Gyrocopter still dies ultimately. Dyrachyo running low on illusions. It's just his hero left, and he's in way too deep at this point in time. He's going to go for the kill on Crit and just hope that he can find another one. Oh, nice bushwhack. Maybe he gets the kill on Malrine before he goes down. Turns back around, tries to grab him, but a Shackle Shot holds him in place. He's going to go for some armlet toggling, but he's just against too many odds here, while Snaking distracts the other two supports. Might even be able to slow him down long enough to get the kill as Malrine finds his prey. Quinn jumping back in. Beautiful bushwhack on 3. Quinn will finish off the Tiny. Now Ravage is going to go down. That will catch the Hoodwink and actually clips the Void Spirit in the back lines. Now, can this Void Spirit kill some of these supports? They've got the Brewmaster. It was closer had it not been for that one. But
God definitely helps.
I mean, Ravage being down,
they're going to go back in.
GAIMIN GLADIATORS should immediately try and do something with this. They'll get the pick off on Snaking to start. What else can you get during this window of time?
I mean, just go trying to catch Skeeter right now. Does not have that BKB yet. He's 150 off.
Oh, he may need a few more minutes after this one. to get that BKB, as he is definitely caught here.
Can't TP if the Remnant doesn't go out.
Yeah, exactly. Quinch is going to hold on to this one, wait for the Astral Steps to come in. Meanwhile, Falcons is trying to force things on the mid lane, go for the Chen pick off. Skeeter trying to dodge as much as he can, but the Bushwhack will finally finish him off. And the Chen only got down to about half HP here. If anything, GAIMIN Gladiators are going to be able to fight this one back quickly, killing Crit and Amar. Snaking, both going to go for the TP out. The Snaking will have his denied as the stuns come out from the Brewmaster. Popped his ultimate here to ensure, okay, got to make sure we don't lose this mid fight because the top engagement is going very well for us.
Time to go high ground.
They winning both.
They've successfully built the defense against the Tiny.
It's true. They have like 10 different buffs on them.
The buffs on this man are absolutely absurd.
Falcons just trying to use the BKBs to go for it, but they're just not doing any damage like you said. They're battling into this Chaos Knight and Brewmaster, who have dropped none of their HP so far. Nice boss back, though. The Hoodwink, that's an easier pick-off. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get him, and he gets into the trees instead. Malrine stuck underneath this Remnant into Disables, is going to die. And Amar, not long for this world perhaps either, as Skeeter now pops his BKB as Quinn tries to jump in, finally hitting the Ravage. Throwing the damage at Quinn. He dissimulates the Impetus, and they just keep on going. They just keep pushing forward. Even at half HP, they know that Falcons have been run out of damage, and that's it. Amar's just going to call it here. That was their last stand. They hit their 2 BKB timing, tried to hold, but they know GAIMIN Gladiators, they know their MO at this point. GAIMIN Gladiators is not going to slow down. When they hit that peak, they are one of the best teams at just ending the game flat out.
Man, what an impressive game, too. To come back from that game 1 where you just got absolutely dominated by a hero of the meta.
The Primal's so nice to put an Ion Shell on and a Surge. I mean, Surge plus Trample.
The question is, do they want something else mid instead first?
Yeah.
What's their priority?
The Huskar is
Yeah,
okay.
that's
They
Huskar.
actually went for it.
Yeah.
They actually went for it. It's a weird matchup into the CK because the CK illusions can tear through this hero. It's obviously tons of physical damage. It's a Mar Huskar.
Which is where the silence may actually be a buff, right? I think for so many matchups, the change from a disarm to a silence is actually a big downside for the Huskar, but against this matchup specifically, could be very good. Dyrachyo is going to get run down, so it's going to be snaking. His damage over time from the dual breath ends up snagging the last hit over Malrine.
Some of these other like aggressive carries, but the CK feels like it scales really hard. He's willing to play it into counter picks. He doesn't care. It gives GAIMIN some extra lane shove and threat on the map, which I think is really valuable for players like Quinn who want to just, run around and control the map and slay people. This hero does a lot for GAIMIN. They get their hands on that Chen CK again, very strong.
Jagiro's going to get shot down by Tofu, so Sapphire does continue to have a winning presence in this offlane. Though, nobody can rotate to help out Quinn in this matchup. The Huskar is being so aggressive, but GAIMIN Gladiators seemingly don't really have the best heroes to be able to do something about it. They're going to go for the kill on Chen here as Malrine cuts over. Give him a bit of mana, and he's got enough to be able to kill Celery. Crit is going to get low. Dyrachyo is making his way over. Is he fast enough to be able to spy the Hoodwink, pull him back in, and get the hit? One hit is not enough. He needs a second one. Crit turns around, hits him with the Bushwhack, and now this is just a lot of downtime for Dyrachyo. Even if he gets this kill, which duck it away into the trees, he'll be able to find it eventually. But it is still a big loss of time in lane.
Yeah, this dire wave got half dragged to the small camp, half into the tower, and then he lost another one.
It has not managed to win this lane. It's about to get a little bit worse with the Chen rotating from behind. They're going to go for back-to-back kills onto Skeeter. Cookie sets it up, hits 2. They are both burning here. Skeeter turns around, throws out a 1 stun, but now he finds that Dyrachyo has made this rotation. The same rotation he made in last game as the Gyrocopter. Dyrachyo returns the favor in game 3 for a double.
Man, that is a beautiful rotation. I mean, very similar to that game, too. Like you said, Skeeter made that. It's where Chen's really powerful.
Some of it's just got to be the fact that he would be rotating into an Enchantress, right? So part of it is you're coming with this creep, and then the Enchantress just takes it away from you. Like, okay, there's like 60% of your strength just gone.
I can't believe Snaking went back up here. This is just a dead tower. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to go back here, even if Dyrachyo...
Yeah, him and Malrine, top 2. And Malrine's about to get some more gold on Tofu. Knocks him back down for that high ground. Nowhere to hide.
This is a big primal beast. Like, he has been... First move's going to come from GAIMIN, though, and they're pushing towards that triangle that was stacked up massively last game. They scan it out.
Oh, they're going to smoke break on each other right on the corner. Seller drops to high ground. Ward spots it. Malrine spots him and gets the grab with a macro pyre that guarantees a fast kill on not just the Chen, but his army as well.
Power rune is top.
And it's going to get grabbed by Dyrachyo with a shield rune and got the Phantasm +1 with the slight. And the kiss is raining in. This is looking pretty good. Amar does manage to push back these heroes, though. That last kiss is just enough. It looks like he tried to armlet toggle or something, but Tofu gets the kill off the burning fire on the ground. Now Malrine underneath the tier 2 is going to be slighted up again. He'll be killed. What a power room pickup for Dyrachyo as his rotation allows GAIMIN Gladiators to get aggressive on Falcons, and they are going to take out 4 off of this move.
I mean,
Not at the right time,
but they might get him. And this is also dodging this play from GAIMIN. It's a nice map move from Falcons if they can land it. Should land it here.
Yeah, with the Blink Dagger, it feels like this should be guaranteed with Dyrachyo. Maybe he gets off his armlet, and that'll make him a bit tankier, especially with the Chen heal coming out, but he's definitely dead. Question is, will Falcons get out? Because the smoke is coming in from behind. They're going to lead in with the kisses. They do have Primal Split as well. This is a team fight winning combination. Falcons just need to try and extract as many heroes out of this as possible, but it looks like they're going to lose 2 as Malrine has the Boulder chasing him down with a Fire Panda to boot. Tries to break through the trees, but it will be to no avail. So 1 for 2 exchange off of that little move. Quinn. Oh, he is out of mana here, in trouble, and killed by Amar. Finally dies to the Huskar.
That's a frustrating death for him because it's just on him. I mean, there's no way he dies there. He's doing the correct thing, which is wasting time mid, being annoying.
Just have a decent lead over their counterparts on the side of Falcons. Chen just farming jungle. A lot better than we saw in game 1. Tofu having a poke here at Skeeter. Dyrachyo's going to come in and stop that TP. Skeeter is not going to be able to make it out of here. And Quinn coming in from behind to help get the Hoodwink kill is a big bonus for him as he managed to get the last hit there. Get some much-needed golden experience for himself.
GAIMIN got to keep abusing the fact they have some better lane shove right now. Can play the map a lot better. Join fights with everybody. This is where you're a little weak right now. I don't think you have enough punch to get through this pipe in the true 5-man with the Chen unless you can get on the Chen to start.
Oh, but if they can pick off the Ember Spirit, they take that every single time. They've got him again. The slight. He's got some burn damage on him, though, and I think he kicks out, and he does.
Another
Skeeter
huge find.
Sits up on the high ground, catches Tofu. Tofu not going to be caught by that bushwhack, but Malrine and Skeeter are looking still to run this one down. But they have Dyrachyo with the Phantasm and the Primal Split ready to go. This is a fight GAIMIN Gladiators are willing to take. Tofu, protected by his cores, now fires back at Skeeter with the kisses raining in. With the stone thrown at him, Skeeter, he has the full globs of fire that'll bring him down. Amar wisely pops his BKB and TPs out. A team fight that even after a pickoff on the Ember Spirit, almost a kill on the Snapfire, goes to show what you're saying. GAIMIN Gladiators, their ball is just too strong right now.
Overextension by Malrine. Just goes in a little too deep.
Yeah. They have, like, small little things that will help general mobility. I think they also have the Dispel of the Storm Panda, which is pretty helpful. When you pop the Uproar, you can get rid of the armor charges.
But how much can you rely on the Pandas this game against a Sven and a Primal who can both kind of cut through those?
That's true. They have
most
really
points
good
of the game.
AoE clear in that regard.
And it's another problem for the CK. Like if these two cores are strong and then you have some of the AoE from the Huskar, it's
Blink the wrong direction. Gonna have to charge his way to the Chen army. They've got Dyrachyo in a pretty good spot. The Blighter going out trying to stop this one. Dyrachyo maybe he's too strong, though. They have to grab him with a Pulverize to stop some of this. Amar goes in trying to finish him off, but this Chaos Knight is just not dying easy. With a pipe and a Crimson Guard, it all goes wrong as they all in for the Chaos Knight, and they fail to get the kill. And now they'll pay the price for it as 3 members going to get run down with the Hoodwink, nowhere to run to. A 4th member added to the pile. A triple kill for Quinn as well as he jumps right up there in the network chart, almost catching up. But keeps on losing his other 2 cores in these engagements, and this time, he's not going to be able to make it out. BKB still on cooldown. The highest farmed hero of Falcons goes down.
Falcons starting to crumble a little bit in this game against the Chen CK strat. It's a very similar lineup. You have the Brew in there as well, and they're hitting this mid-game aura timing. don't have damage for this Pipe Crimson.
And true to GAIMIN Gladiator style, when they know they're strong, when they know they can hit high ground, there is very little hesitation to it. Dive into tier 4 on the Jakiro, and they'll go back to taking that tier 3 now.
I mean, this is not a question of what you're getting, if you're getting something here. It's a question of how much are you getting. And the nice thing is Ember, Quinn has just been cutting all these waves, making sure the map is that's what you're going to have to make something happen with right now.
They're pushing through mid to see if there's maybe any like Ember Spirit who's going to linger and try and cut one more wave. There's also a 8-minute power rune, which might spawn.
I think you have to find Chen here. I don't think you can just go on one of these random frontline targets. You don't have the damage.
I mean, if they catch Snapfire, that is a really good target to start on.
Well, that's a BKB on the courier.
Oh, the BKB is going to arrive just in time.
They're just going to jump the pit.
They're going to go in. Maureen, quick onslaught on through. Roshan a bit low.
Silent.
How do they fight this one out?
He can't get anything off.
They're really not getting anything off whatsoever. It's just going to be Maureen dead. Now Skeeter with the rest of his God Strength. It's just Bale. He's just hoping he has the damage to finish off Roshan. It's not even close. Meanwhile, Amar's going for the kill on the Brewmaster. This guy's going to get off his ultimate. Actually, a little bit low on mana. They just call it. It's done. They're out. Falcons know they can't beat GAIMIN Gladiators whenever they hit their peak, and they just concede right away.
That might have been one of the fastest concessions I've seen from this team in a long time. Not that that game isn't probably over after that Primal goes down, but just a crumbling of a game 3 here from Falcons. I think they had decent opportunity to snowball in that game. Where were the ganks in the snowball mid? The early Eternal Shot over BKB for Primal into the CK Orchid just ruined Maureen's top net worth performance in that game.